To create a food subscription business, I am going to give you 5 examples of food products that make for a fantastic subscription service, and we're going to get into it right now. Hey guys, it is Damien from Marketing Food Online. I hope that you are having an amazing day. I'm going to dive into food subscription service, and I'm really super excited about this type of service for one reason. I have actually created over 24 different subscription service products that we actually offer on a multitude of websites online, and all of them are kind of candy-based and snack-based. But these 5 I'm going to give you are something that you could create and do yourself. The reason being is that they're ultra really unique products, something that cannot be found everywhere in the country, and that is why it makes it so unique and potentially profitable if you do it right. So really quick, I'm going to run down those 5, but before we do, as always, if you are not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can see all of the notifications of videos as we put them up. Plus, you get access to 550, lose track of them already, 500 plus videos absolutely free on Marketing Food Online. So it gives you a chance to create your food product or your food business. So let's jump right into it. Now, these 5 I'm going to give you as an example are not in any particular order. They're 5 that I have just seen over time. There's a lot more popularity to them and a lot more people looking to have these types of products. And the really unique key ingredient, no pun intended, but key ingredient to making a successful business out of one of these 5 or even all 5 is that there is such a vast variety out there of these types of products. So creating a monthly subscription box is easy to do. Obviously, there's a lot of work to do it. When I say easy, it's pretty easy to find the different flavors and a variety of them because there's so many places you can source it from. So let's jump right into it. So number 1, it is nuts. If you are looking for a subscription business model and you're thinking to yourself, what kind of a product can I make? Nuts come in so many variations and so many flavorings. And as a matter of fact, what I would highly recommend you do is to not even buy nuts that are pre-made, but making your own. Now, why in the world would I say that? And how can I come up with a multitude of flavors? Well, here at Marketing Food Online, but our candy business, the Brittle Box, we actually have probably 3 dozen or more varieties of flavored nuts. But I offer them in a multitude of different type of nuts with the same flavors. Now, well, here's what I mean. So obviously, you know the pistachio, cashew, peanuts, almonds. There's a whole bunch of different kinds, right? There's soy nuts even. There's all kinds of different types of nuts. Well, it's going to be dependent upon how you can group them together and sell them individually. So as an example, if you had a great seasoning mix of barbecue, let's say barbecue flavored nuts, well, you can have literally probably 3 dozen or even more flavor combinations by bringing those nuts together. You can do it with pistachio by itself and almonds and, of course, as I mentioned, peanuts and such. But when you start to mix them together and you create a variety of different combinations, you can come up with your literally almost a limitless type of flavor profiles and compositions of nuts. That creates unique nut flavors and gives something different. There is, of course, planters. Everybody knows planters, and you have mixed nuts and the cashews, but it's the same old thing. They're hardly ever in new flavors. You could come up with a multitude of flavors using just different seasonings. That, in and of itself, can create 3, 6, and 12-month subscription boxes by simply offering a variety of different nuts. Of course, getting more creative with them will allow you to differentiate yourself from anyone else who's doing nuts. Next up is hot sauces. Now, this is really an interesting idea. There are people out there who obviously love a variety of hot seasonings and sauces to put on, I actually have a few of them back here on my rack, to put on their food products, correct? Of course. Now, there's a multitude of places you could source them ultra cheap, but by bringing them together and having 5 or 6 each month shipped out to a customer and having a variation of those flavors, you can jack up the price considerably. And believe it or not, I've seen some of these hot sauce delivery companies that offer 4 packs and 5 packs of hot sauces similar to this, which I could get for $1, by the way, where it comes out to $7, $8, even $10 a bottle, which is insane. So you have 4 of those, which at the store you can pick up for around $1 and change, and they're selling for $10 a bottle. That's a $40 gift. I am not kidding you, and I'm definitely not making this up. So offering hot sauces is crazy. And where can you source them? There are actually companies online, and I even put together a co-packing list as well, which you can find on marketingfoodonline.com, where you can actually get your own private label. Sorry about that. Hot sauce up and running. And there's a company that's got, I think it's 12 or 13 flavors, depending on how hot you want them. And they will put your own label on each individual label. So you could buy a case pack of 48 of them, of each different flavor, and bring them together. And that's your own private label brand of hot sauces. And that's glass. You definitely don't want to drop that. So private label hot sauces that you can put together your own. And that is completely unique. Nothing on the market because it is yours. That's one method. Or, believe it or not, you can source these at Walmart. I don't know if you've been to a large super Walmart lately, but they have tons of these types of sauces from like $1 up to maybe $2 a bottle. And when you're reselling these things for $9 a bottle, it's crazy to think the margins that you can make. Now, number 3, gluten-free snacks. Now, gluten-free is obviously those who have celiac disease, which is a gluten intolerance. They cannot digest that properly. So what happens is it creates discomfort and such, and it's really annoying. Some people have very bad reactions. But anyways, gluten-free snacks, not just gluten-free products, but snacks are something that's popular. Why? Because there's a lot of families who have a lot of children who have this disease, or they have this allergic reaction to gluten. But by creating a snack box, it allows you to kind of target that market of kids, younger population that would love to eat snacks. Now, you know how kids eat. The thing about this is they could go through those snacks in a heartbeat, and they would need to have it replenished every single month or bi-weekly. So gluten-free snacks, which are smaller types of snacks, and there are literally hundreds of these products flooding the market. You have to just source them and bring them together. But a gluten-free snack subscription is a no-brainer because it is something that has to be purchased repetitively over and over. Something else you can look into. Okay, next up. One of my favorites, because I'm a big fan, is meat jerkies. Like beef jerky, turkey jerky, it goes on and on and on. I was actually 2 days ago, there was a brand new Dollar Tree that opened up from our facility, probably about 3 miles away. Went in there with my family, walked around a little bit. There was a section of meat jerky in little snack packs for $1, which is crazy cheap, but a small bag, and they had like tons of flavors and like a multitude of brands. Every bag looked completely different. And I immediately thought to myself, whoa, this would make a fantastic subscription business because there's so many to choose from. Plus, there's a lot of different types of jerkies out there. Obviously, large sticks, the big bags, small bags. They're packaged in a multitude of ways, which gives it a great reason why a subscription business for meat jerky is a no-brainer as well. The margins can be astronomical. If you spend $7 or $8 on a box and you charge $19.99 plus $5 shipping, you could be making and clearing over $10 on every box going out the door. So think about that as well. Now, finally, the next one up. This may make you go, what? That's weird and odd, but it's actually not. Canned fish. What I mean by that is those cans of sardines, oysters, cans of lobster, cans of salmon, all of these little canned meats, not necessarily meats, but fish that they have a multitude of flavors, seasonings. Some are no salt, some are low salt, some are spicy, some are mustard. They have tons of them. Why is that so odd and so weird? It would be hugely successful. Why? Because of one reason: availability. One thing about these subscription services you got to keep in mind is where you are today, right now, watching this video, everything that is available to me and my community is not available to you in your community. Believe it or not, it's not. That's what makes online food businesses so successful, is the fact that they can't find those products right around the corner. In this day and age, food is easily accessible, yes, but the variety is not as big as you may think it is, because every store in every region, every state, every part of the country, every part of the world is different. So the availability of certain products, like even some of these sauces here, are actually not available in your store or even near you. So people are looking for interesting foods that they can find online, have it delivered, because they can't get it. That is one of the beautiful things about these subscription businesses and coming up and brainstorming with these different ideas. All of these different ideas are things and products that are not necessarily available. Yes, maybe these types of products are available, but the flavors are not. The packaging is not. The size of the packaging. There's so many variations in the food business that can help you become hugely profitable if you just think about it. Think about where you are right now. If you're in Florida and you went to a grocery store, there's a good chance that a lot of the products are geared toward that community. You go to a retail store and you find even Costco's and Sam's and some of these wholesale places where you can buy these things in bulk and even make even more money. That product is geared toward the clientele and customers there. Not in Michigan, not in Ohio, not in California. So every state is different, and that can be a huge asset for you because you would make more money offering these products they can't get. So with that being said, that is another great tip and another food business that you can get up and running literally for probably less than $1,000, maybe even less than that. And it would be a recurring business every month because, as I mentioned, they go through this stuff and they eat it, they're going to want to order it again. So if that was helpful and always informative, please do give me a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next video. And if you need some more information, check out all of the videos that just popped up on the screen here, and I will see you guys on the next video.